Hello, welcome to another in our series, Serving the Valley. I'm Roy Justice. I am really looking forward to this program for a number of reasons. I have been acquainted on the surface with JA, Junior Achievement, but I look back through the archives, I don't think we've ever had Junior Achievement as a topic for discussion like we are right now. So don't go away, because you're going to learn something. And to help us with that learning experience, if you will, Caitlin Tunglin has joined us. She is the District Manager for Junior Achievement in Eastern Iowa. What do you call it? Team Cedar Valley, is that it?
That's right, Cedar Valley.
Welcome to our program.
Thank you, Roy.
We're going to have a board member stopping by a little bit later, but I want to get it from your perspective as a member of the staff. If you had to define, and that's what you're going to be doing,
Sure.
Define Junior Achievement in a sentence or two, how would you do that?
Junior Achievement is an opportunity for business volunteers to come into the classroom to teach JA curriculum, financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship.
Sounds like a big assignment.
Yes.
Is this a year-round happening, Junior Achievement in the schools?
It is. So during the school year, we teach in the spring and in the fall.
Okay. And the curriculum, if you will, is made up of many components, naturally.
Yep. Many components.
The idea is to get them along in what they're doing, not only in the classroom, but in life.
Yes. The goal is to plan kids and to be successful in their future.
Excellent. That doesn't sound like anybody would have any argument with that.
I hope not.
Particularly the parents. So let's talk about one of the things I noticed on the calendar, because I got on your website, very nice website, by the way.
Thank you.
You want to give credit to who's in charge of
Yes,
taking...
Christy Brown. She is our
Okay.
stewardship director, and she does an amazing job.
Christy doesn't know it, but she made up the components of what this program's going to be
Yes,
all
she
about.
did.
Okay, let's talk about some of what Junior Achievement does during the year. There are certain events
Yes.
that are, and for the purpose of the events, the business people are involved and the
Yes,
students are involved.
Absolutely. We have a wide array of events, and just like you said, some for business people in the community, as well as student events. But ultimately, the funds raised from these events will help us purchase the program kits that go into the classroom.
Excellent. Okay. Now, this program, as our viewers are well aware, may be seen several times during the next couple of months. So there are some events we're going to mention that may have already passed, and there are some others that may be coming up.
Sure.
So let's talk about one that I'm familiar with, and that's the Business Hall of Fame.
Yes. The Business Hall of Fame is our largest event in this market, and it's an opportunity for us to celebrate local business people. So we honor 3 laureates in the community that have excelled in business, as well as been very philanthropic in their career.
Okay.
So those honorees are actually selected by past honorees and other community members. Also at that event, we recognize every year one young entrepreneur, typically 40 years or less, and have been very successful at starting their own business.
Okay. Can't spend a whole lot of time because the
Sure.
clock usually beats us in these programs. There's something called the JA Titan
Yes.
Challenge.
Yes.
What is that?
The JA Titan Challenge is actually my favorite event. It's a
Of course, I knew that.
Yes,
Yes,
of course.
right.
It's a solely student-based event. It's an opportunity for juniors and seniors in high school to actually sit in the CEO seat for a day. So it's kind of like a virtual video game, and they get to run their own business. So it's student teams of 2. They compete on profit. They get to set their community investment. They have to pay for their marketing. And the students that are most successful in running their own virtual business actually win a $1,500 scholarship to post-secondary education.
Wow.
Second place team wins $750, and those funds are raised from the community.
Okay. Let's talk some numbers when we talk about being involved in the schools. How many schools, how many students?
Yeah, so our goal for this 18-19 fiscal year is to reach just shy of 52,000 students.
Hello?
So within the Cedar Valley market, that's about every 1 to 2 students has junior achievement.
So how do you hook them?
How do we hook
How do
them?
you
Well,
reel them in?
What we do is we actually meet with the superintendents, the curriculum advisors at the school districts, and now the new social studies standard has changed. So junior achievement curriculum can actually serve as a supplement to their curriculum. So the schools pay for a third of the programming, and they can essentially check the box to say that financial literacy was taught and work readiness and a few other aspects of our curriculum. So the school pays for that third, and then I do my best to find local support in the community to cover those other 2/3.
Okay. On the calendar, I certainly didn't mean to avoid Taste of Achievement.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yes.
That's in the spring?
That is a spring fundraiser. It's an opportunity for us to kind of have a social environment. There's dueling pianos. It's a live and silent auction. And it's a good opportunity for our board members to invite guests as well as people from the community to come learn more about junior achievement in a fun, exciting way.
Now, there was a component that we haven't talked about too much yet, and that is the business side of what Junior Achievement's all about, because that's a very important partnership.
Yes, so actually when Junior Achievement started, it used to be an after-school program, and the very first program that Junior Achievement created was called the JA Company program. So that's where kids went to an after-school program and actually created their own product, and they sold it. And so they created their own business. So they learned about economics and all those types of things. So that was eventually down the road embedded into the curriculum. So we have a lot of business folks that help volunteer into the classroom because of the business aspect.
And we're going to get into that aspect of it here in just a
Sure.
couple of minutes. Let's talk a little bit, though, about how you get these business people involved.
Yep.
What is that reel and
How do
hook?
we reel those in? Well, part of my role as district manager is I manage a board of directors. Here in the Cedar Valley, we have about 29 to 30 individuals on our roster. So we really count on them to help recruit volunteers, their peers, and their employees at their workplace. One thing that is very unique about Junior Achievement, I would say most nonprofits are most successful in raising individual dollars,
Sure.
whereas Junior Achievement is really good at raising corporate business dollars because of our financial literacy and business aspect, and so we really correlate with their values.
So it's not just a matter of writing a check,
Yep.
but it's also perhaps some little volunteer hours are
Yes.
spent as well?
Absolutely, and that's my conversation when I meet with a new prospect or a new business in town is, writing a check is great, but your volunteer effort and time is just as valuable.
Can you give me some examples of the classifications of the various components as far as the
Sure.
business people are concerned?
Yep. So what a day looks like as a volunteer is we do K through 12 programming. So if you're interested in doing kindergarten, that is 5 sessions, 1 day a week for 30 minutes. So I would say generally with your prep time, your classroom time, and your commute time, I would say about an hour a week to volunteer in a kindergarten class. Middle school is 1 day a week for 6 weeks. High school is about 7 weeks.
Okay. We're going to give you an opportunity to learn a little bit about the history of what JA is all about. And also, before we get too far into the program, I want to be sure we have somebody just said, oh, gee, how would I get more information about that? Again, I referred early on to the website.
Yes.
There's other contact information as well.
Yep, you can go to our Facebook page, Junior Achievement of Eastern Iowa, as well as calling our office, which is 319-240, that's my cell phone, let's see, there we go, 319-274-0760. I would give my cell phone, but
Probably not.
probably not.
Probably
yeah.
not, yes. Yeah, that rings often enough as it is.
Yes.
Talking about the history of JA, we have a little prepared video I think would be educational in that regard. If you would like to roll that right now, we'll do that, and then we'll come back with more about Junior Achievement.
The business of America is business, boasted President Calvin Coolidge, reflecting the spirit of the age. In the years after World War I, industrialization was creating thousands of new jobs. Young people abandoned rural towns and farms and swarmed to the cities to fill them. 3 Massachusetts men were concerned these young people lacked the economic skills necessary for their new lives. In 1919, Horace Moses of Strathmore Paper Company, Senator Murray Crane, And Theodore Vail, chairman of American Telephone and Telegraph, launched a program to teach the economics of the business world to teenagers. They called it Junior Achievement.
The future of our country depends upon making every individual fully realize the obligations and responsibilities belonging to citizenship. What we need in the country now is to teach the growing generations to realize that thrift and economy, coupled with industry, are as necessary now as they were in past generations. Theodore Vail, Chairman, American Telephone and Telegraph.
Like a cottage industry, Junior Achievement started small in after-school clubs in Springfield, Massachusetts. Students were taught how to start their own small businesses and how to sell their products in the company program, JA's mainstay for 60 years. From the start, JA was a success. By the late 1920s, there were nearly 800 clubs with 9,000 members. In the 1950s, JA was so popular, President Eisenhower declared the first week of February National Junior Achievement Week. Teen celebrities endorsed JA.
This is Junior Achievement Week. Here's an excellent opportunity for young men and women to learn the American business way of life.
I'm Hugh Downs. Barbara Waters is here this morning. And this is Donald Didier. He's also 18 years old and already, in a sense, a retired businessman. I understand you met with President Nixon recently, Donald.
Yes, we did meet with President Nixon to report on Junior Achievement, specifically the job education program.
Through the years, JA's focus reflected American society, from the rhetoric of the Cold War.
All you have to do is make the choice. Such a choice, of course, is only possible in a free society. You couldn't get away with it in a police state.
To the fact that women hadn't yet entered the workforce in large numbers.
Even if you become a doctor, or a lawyer, a housewife, a clergyman, or a research chemist, you'll have to understand the problems that confront a large corporation.
By the 1970s, American society had undergone tremendous changes, and so had JA. Volunteers worked in the classroom. Teachers blended JA programs into their regular curriculum. Today, more than 20 JA programs reach millions of kids, from kindergarten through high school. Junior Achievement has become the largest and fastest growing nonprofit economic education program in the world.